Just moments ago, Scottie Scheffler delivered one of the most jaw-dropping rounds of golf we've seen this year, and absolutely no one saw it coming. At the 2025 CJ Cup Byron Nelson, Scottie Scheffler didn't just play well, he sent shockwaves through the golf world. In what can only be described as a masterclass in dominance, Scheffler carded a stunning opening round of 61, then followed it up with a clinical 66 in round 3, building a lead that left the rest of the leaderboard gasping for air. 8 strokes ahead. Let that sink in. In a tournament packed with talent, in front of his home state crowd in Texas, Scheffler turned a regular PGA Tour event into his personal showcase. And it wasn't just the score, it was how he did it. Calm, composed, surgical. From his first tee shot, he looked locked in. Fairways weren't just found, they were split. Approach shots weren't just close, they were aggressive and fearless. And the putter? Ice cold. Scheffler made it look easy, and anyone who's watched pro golf knows it never is. Commentators scrambled to describe what they were witnessing. Fans were buzzing online. Some even started asking if this was Scheffler's version of Tiger Woods at Pebble Beach in 2000. Too far? Maybe. But what's clear is that this performance came out of nowhere, and it has everyone talking. And here's the kicker. Scheffler hadn't won a single event in 2025 until now. He's been solid, sure. Top 10s, good form, always in the mix. But this is a gear no one expected him to find, especially not this soon in the season. So what does this really mean? Is this just one hot weekend? Or are we watching the beginning of something much, much bigger? Stick around, because what's happening behind the scenes might be even more impressive than what you saw on the scoreboard. Scottie Scheffler entered the 2025 CJ Cup Byron Nelson with a cloud of expectations and a season yet to yield a victory. Despite holding the world #1 ranking and boasting 5 top 10 finishes this year, including a T3 at Torrey Pines in February, a win had remained elusive. His consistent performances underscored his elite status, but the absence of a title added pressure as the season progressed. The CJ Cup Byron Nelson, held at TPC Craig Ranch in McKinney, Texas, presented both an opportunity and a challenge. Returning to his home state, Scheffler faced a field that, while not the strongest, included formidable competitors like Jordan Spieth and Sung Jae Im. The tournament's timing, just weeks before the PGA Championship, added to its significance. Weather conditions added another layer of complexity. Heavy rains earlier in the week softened the greens, potentially favoring aggressive play. However, thunderstorms and lightning led to significant delays, including a 6-hour suspension during the second round. Such interruptions tested players' focus and adaptability. Amidst these challenges, Scheffler's performance was nothing short of remarkable. He opened the tournament with a 10 under 61, setting a new 18-hole course record. Even after weather delays, he maintained his momentum, carding an 8 under 63 in the second round to reach 18 under through 36 holes. His ability to stay composed and deliver under pressure highlighted his resilience and skill. Scheffler's dominance at the CJ Cup Byron Nelson not only positions him for his first win of the season, but also sends a clear message to the golfing world. He's ready to reclaim his place atop the leaderboard. As the final round approaches, all eyes are on him to see if he can convert this commanding lead into a much-anticipated victory. In the third round of the 2025 CJ Cup Byron Nelson, Scottie Scheffler delivered a performance that not only solidified his lead, but also showcased his resilience and skill under challenging conditions. After an impressive opening round of 61, Scheffler continued his dominance with a 5 under 66 in the third round, bringing his total to 23 under par. This performance extended his lead to 8 strokes, marking the largest 54-hole lead on the PGA Tour since Rory McIlroy's 8-shot advantage at the 2011 US Open. Scheffler's third round was not without its challenges. He recorded his first 2 bogeys of the tournament on the 4th and 11th holes. However, he quickly regained momentum with birdies on the 14th and 15th holes. Notably, he drove the green on the short par 4 14th, leading to a tap-in birdie, and followed up with a precise tee shot on the long par 3 15th, placing the ball within 4 feet of the hole. The round concluded under diminishing light, as Scheffler and his group opted to finish the 18th hole despite the horn sounding for darkness. His approach shot from the rough reached the green, and he two-putted from 31 feet to complete the round, Scheffler's ability to maintain composure and deliver under pressure, especially in less than ideal conditions, underscores his status as the world's top-ranked golfer. As he heads into the final round with a significant lead, the golfing world watches to see if he can secure his first win of the 2025 season. Scottie Scheffler's third-round blitz wasn't just at a highlight, it was a shift, a moment that jolted the PGA Tour leaderboard and sent a message across the golf world. The quiet storm of 2025 is over. Scheffler isn't just in form, he's in full control. First, the immediate fallout. Scheffler is now firmly back in the hunt for world number one. While he technically never lost his top-tier status, the lack of a win had raised whispers. Was he fading? Was he losing confidence? Not anymore. His dominant run at the CJ Cup Byron Nelson vaults him up the FedEx Cup standings, adds a massive chunk of points, and reestablishes him as the player to beat heading into the summer stretch. And here's where it gets interesting, because guys like Rory McIlroy and Jon Rahm, they're watching, quietly, cautiously. Scheffler just set the tone, again, and now they're the ones playing catch-up. Meanwhile, Vegas is paying attention. Before the CJ Cup, Scheffler wasn't even the outright favorite to win the PGA Championship. After this showing, that's changed. Odds are tightening fast. Analysts are starting to wonder if we're entering the Scheffler stretch of the season, where events stop being about who wins and start being about who finishes second. Sponsors love it. His calm demeanor, his stoic presence, it's a marketer's dream. But even more so, his consistency is terrifying. In a field where pressure cracks most players, Scheffler never flinches. His swing stays smooth, his decisions stay sharp, and his face never shows an ounce of doubt. One analyst put it bluntly, this is a player who doesn't flinch. He doesn't break, he just buries you. And now the golf world knows it's no longer a question of if Scottie Scheffler will win this season. It's how many times. With every round Scottie Scheffler plays like this, the question gets louder. Is Scottie Scheffler entering his Tiger-like era? We've seen dominant weekends before, hot streaks, memorable runs. But what Scheffler is showing right now, this isn't just dominance. This is methodical dismantling of the field. And it's happening with a kind of quiet control that's even more terrifying than raw power. Think about it, a near-flawless tournament in front of a home crowd, against world-class competition, under weather delays and fading light, and he never blinked. No blow-ups, no drama, just clinical golf, shot after shot. If this is how he responds to early season pressure, how will he look at the PGA Championship in just a few weeks? And let's not forget the Ryder Cup looming later this year. If Scheffler keeps this form, he won't just be on the roster, he'll be leading it. Pair that with his likely return to number one and a massive FedEx Cup points boost, and you're looking at a season that could define a career. But here's the thing, legacy isn't built in one weekend. It's written over time, through how a player handles setbacks, how they show up when the spotlight is brightest, and how they evolve when the stakes get even higher. So the big question remains, is this the start of the Scheffler dynasty, or just a flash of brilliance? Because if this wasn't just one red-hot tournament, if this is the new normal for Scottie Scheffler, then buckle up. We might be watching the rise of golf's next true era. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Has Scheffler just changed the game, or will he cool off by summer? And hey, don't forget to subscribe for more breakdowns like this before the next big swing even lands.